With us now, employment attorney Robin Bond, ethicist Bruce Weinstein. He is the author of Is It Still Cheating If I Don't Get Caught? And also author Nicole Williams, her book called Girl on Top, and Rosemary Agonito, author of Dirty Little Secrets, Sex in the Workplace. Phew, those titles, pretty steamy stuff. And now Nicole Williams is the author of, oh, I gotta take a deep breath when I say this title. Girl on Top, your guide to turning dating rules into career success. And Rosemary Agonito, author of Dirty Little Secrets, Sex in the Workplace. All right, ladies. Woo, this is pretty racy stuff, don't you think?
It's fun stuff. It's very interesting and very timely.
Okay, so Nicole, I wonder, do you agree with now president who says this is a toxic environment? As soon as you have romance in the workplace, and she really is talking in large part about David Letterman and how he, as the boss, is having sex with his staffers. Does that create a toxic environment? Should no one be involved in a workplace romance?
I just don't think you can, just blank slate it like that. Of course, people up to 70% of your waking life is spent at work. So yes, you are going to meet someone you have the potential to engage in a romantic relationship with. It is absolutely true. And I actually disagree with now in the fact that I am a woman, I'm a feminist, and there are going to be some circumstances where there's a reporting relationship and a woman legitimately feels forced into a situation that is not good, not healthy. She's being forced into a romantic relationship. But I work with a lot of women who are actually consciously engaging in a romantic relationship, and I think that women are strong enough to be able to say, no, I don't want this if they don't want this. So, I actually love to give women credit and to give them voice in these instances and circumstances where, sure, they may be engaged in a romantic relationship, but they're consenting to it. And, I'm absolutely aware of the pitfalls and the potential risks, but at the end of the day, like your guess, there are a lot of fantastic, successful relationships that come out of the workplace.
Yeah, I have yet to hear anything about females in the workplace who gravitate naturally to men of power. I have seen this many times over a 15-year period as head of a human resources department in a medium-sized company. I have had to peel them off executives who didn't invite the attention in the first place. Some of the gravitation is unconscious and some is very purposeful. Nicole, you want to take a stab at that?
Yeah, I think that's actually an excellent point. I deal with a lot of women. Honest to goodness, I've had women come into my office and say that they're going to engage in an office romance specifically, very intentionally, to get ahead. And that, I have to say, is career suicide. That's ridiculous. There are much more effective ways to getting ahead in the world of work, rather than sleeping with your boss. But yeah, it's such an interesting topic. And certainly, yes, there are women who are attracted to powerful men. A lot of women in my office were like, I would have gotten in line. Like, how fantastic. Look at this strong, attractive, funny man who, this woman in particular would have been attracted to as well. It's like,
Yeah. All right. Well, Josh Leves, you've been hearing from people, too, who have comments, questions, whether it's about the power structure, whether it's dating the boss, whether it's simply the dynamic of what this brings to a workplace when people start dating.
This is something that's coming up a lot in the blog, and I just want to toss it at each of you. And Nicole, let's start with you. As someone who's thought about this, and you each have, how do you think the rules are different if you're talking about a woman in power and a man who might be in a lower level and they engage in a relationship in that way?
Yeah, there's still double standards. I'll be crystal clear with you. It's, most often it is a man in the position of power and, the woman who is the subordinate, and, the career ramifications are, very significant for her
Are there different
if he
rules
doesn't get found out.
If you switch the genders, are the rules different?
Yeah, you know what? Yes, frankly. I think that they shouldn't necessarily be. Are we talking about the fact that people should just not be having sex with their subordinates in general, or?
Nicole, your book, Girls on Top, I blush when I say it, but anyway, I remember throughout the book, you've got all kinds of bullet points. What would be a bullet point of the rules of engagement if to get involved with somebody at work?
Yeah, just to be careful. You know, I think we all have the same message relative to the fact that there is a risk inherent in this, and you really do need to be very conscious about how you want to play this out. But honestly, at the same time, I want to say that some of the best relationships I've ever seen, I personally have been in a romantic relationship with someone I worked with, you know, and as Jess and Chris have illustrated, there are some fantastic opportunities that come by virtue of working together and being able to pre-vet that person, knowing a thing about their intelligence, their character, their integrity. There's a lot that you can get to know about someone at work that you can use to help discern whether or not this is a romantic opportunity for you. So be discreet and to do no harm, and engage if it's the right opportunity for you, because love is hard to find.